Hello, this is Jana and welcome to my kitchen. Today is all about, remember the 1950s, 60s diners, the little car hops coming out and taking your order. Well, I grew up in a small town and we had the local restaurants, and I even worked there when I was 13 to 15. One of the things we had was something called a pizza burger. I'm not talking about like a sloppy Joe. No, no, no. This was a true Italian sausage patties, and between it was some fennel seed there, was provolone mozzarella cheese. And I am going to recreate those for you today because I can promise you my classmates are going to be making these real soon for this holiday weekend. It's Labor Day weekend. So I have 2 pounds of Italian sausage. You can do mild, you can do sweet, you can do hot Italian sausage, okay? So there we go. And so into the bowl, I've got 2 eggs. So whatever amount you make, you might not want to make this. It's 1 egg per pound. And then I've got 1 cup, so it would be for 1 pound, you do a half a cup of panko, because it's kind of like making a meatloaf, because you have to have some glue to kind of hold the patty together just a little bit, okay? And so I'm going to go ahead and just use my God's tool here that he gave me and mix this together. And I'm going to add some seasonings in here and mix it a little bit more. Don't over mix this. And you can see I had some nice organic eggs and they got a nice dark yolk on them. Okay, now take this off for a minute. Well, I guess I gotta take both of them off. I forgot to open something. And so I've got pizza sauce. I don't care what kind of pizza sauce, whatever your favorite pizza, just like you would put on a pizza. And I'm going to open this up. And I'm going to add pizza sauce, about a half a cup. I'm going to add some crushed black pepper. I'm going to think pizza sauce. I'm going to add basil. Remember, we've already got a lot of seasonings in the Italian sausage. I have Italian seasoning, so I'm going to add just a little bit of Italian seasoning. It's got the rosemary. Then I have some Mexican oregano. You can use Mediterranean, you can use whatever. A little bit of oregano. Just kick it up a little bit to make it. Listen, I've got all kinds of seasonings. This has got all kinds of things like Italian herb, garlic and cheese, red pepper flakes, garlic and onion, whatever. So I'm going to go easy on my husband, not make him have to take too many Tums tonight. I'm not going to put red pepper flakes in, but I think my daughter and I would like them in there. Or you can just buy the spicy, hot Italian sausage. Okay. So at this point in time, when you get it mixed up, you can go ahead and refrigerate this and it'll be much easier to handle, okay? But for the sake of time, we're gonna just go through this. Okay, so now we have our patties ready to go. And you can use your, some regular, if you don't have panko in the house, you can just use some grated bread slices. Just grate them up because you don't really want chunks in this one. All right, so now I have got a hamburger press. I'm going to take my glove off because I have to handle something else. I don't cross-contaminate. I'm going to spray my hamburger press because I don't want this mixture to stick inside of there. I'm going to grab, for the sake of keeping everything even, I've got a quarter cup. I have a piece of parchment on my plate, but you don't have to have that. So there I've got about a 1/4 cup of Italian sausage mixture. I'm going to press that out, just like that. You want these patties to be very thin. I'm going to press that just a little bit more with my hand. And now I'm going to set that one to the side. Now I'm going to repeat with the other side. Do a 1/4 cup. You want them thin. Do you know why? Because you're going to be frying these and you've got cheese inside of these and you want it to melt. You don't want it to be raw meat. All right, so there we go. And now we have some provolone cheese slices. And I like to get, they're smoked and unsmoked. And see where it says smoke flavored provolone? It's not like a smoked cheese, like where you go, oh, that smells like barbecue. No, it's not like that. I don't know what the difference is exactly, but I just know I always buy the smoked because we always like it. This is my husband, so I'm gonna put 2 provolone cheese slices in. He likes them cheesy. And then I'm gonna put that piece of paper back on top. I can reuse those. Now, I'm gonna push it out because these are gonna shrink just a little bit. Got another glove here that's clean. And remember, we've got that other piece of parchment underneath there. Look. So I'm gonna save that one. And look at there, we have a real, you can see it according to my hand, we have a nice big patty. But I've got some big hamburger buns that I bought. Okay, and so there's our panko that we're gonna bread them with, so it's gonna be real professional-like, okay? I'm gonna set that there for a second. I'm gonna use all of this, so it doesn't matter if I touch it. So then I've got my pizza sauce. And I am going to dip my hamburger or my sausage patty, both sides, into that pizza sauce, just like that. Now I'm going to put it into my panko crumbs. We are going to bread this good. You want to seal those edges so that the cheese doesn't come out while it's in the cooking process. Of course, a little bit. That'll only make it good and let everybody know what's inside of that. This is so well seasoned, you don't need to season your breadcrumbs, but if you want to put more oregano or parsley or whatever in the breadcrumbs to make it fancier, you certainly can do that. Aaron, can you get that? Okay. And so when you get to this place, if you're going to do this for company for Labor Day weekend or any weekend, and you're going to do it just to have your own diner night for a party theme, at this point in time, you can put this into between sheets of parchment and put them in a Ziploc bag and put them in the deep freeze. And they will, or just your freezer. And when you want to have a pizza burger, you can pull them out and fry one, whatever, and not have to go through all this process. And so these freeze beautifully. Just leave them out on the counter for maybe about 10-15 minutes and then go ahead and, because you don't want the ice to be on them when you put them in hot oil. And then you'll be able to fry them up just like that, okay? So I'm gonna do one more for you so you can see that. We're gonna do it one more time. Pour some more sauce here because I know I'm gonna be using it. I've got my sausage baller. Thank you, Erin. Put that on there, press it down. You want them thin because we want to get that sausage cooked all the way through. And I'm going to put in, I'm going to do one slice of provolone cheese in this one, okay? Move it to the side, do your other one. I even share these with my neighbors. They like them. They know I haven't made them for a while, but I was just thinking for this holiday weekend, it sure sounded good. There we go. Now I'm going to squeeze the edges together See the cheese? Just pinch them together all the way around. Press it down. Put it in the pizza sauce. Pizza sauce. And that pizza sauce has a lot of sugar in it, so you don't want your oil to be super hot, okay? That's very important. I've got it at 300 because I want them to kind of fry slowly, especially since it has the breading on the outside of it, the panko on the outside. And I don't want the panko to get too done and then the sausage not be cooked all the way through. So I'm going to finish this up, and then I'm going to turn around and I'm going to put these in the fryer, and you can watch me cook these. We'll be right back. Okay, welcome back to Jana's Kitchen, and I've got these ready to fry. And so, like I said, you can have put them in the refrigerator till your guests arrive and then fry them at the last minute. And see how the oil is? It is not super hot. You do not want it hot. You want it hot, but you don't want it super hot because you want it to fry these, deep fry these slowly. The ones in the restaurant were always frozen solid, okay? And you can freeze them from, or cook them from the frozen state. But I always concern myself with you putting something frozen into hot oil. And that can be a big problem with burns and spitting up. So anyway, if you want to thaw them, you know, for 15, 20 minutes, 30 minutes on the counter after you take them out of the freezer, that's fine. And so anyway, we are going to cook these slowly like this, and we'll be back. I'm going to go ahead and time these out so you can have an idea how long these take to cook. I did start my fan above the cook area here. That's why I put my fryer on top of the stove. Okay, you want to turn these very carefully into this oil. See how beautifully brown they're getting? Nice and crispy. I'm going to turn up my heat just a little bit. I always start low. I can always turn it up, right? I'm going to let this other one cook for just another second. But you can see it's starting to get nice and crispy on the sides. And so we'll be back in just a minute. All right, welcome back. And it has been about 9 minutes total, because remember we had our grease on, 300 to 325, somewhere in there, but you have to go by yours, because if you're doing them on this pan on the stove, because these electric skillets really only heat around the edges, they don't really heat in the middle. And so, but I do it for temperature control, and so I use 2 spatulas. And I pour some of the oil off of them. Ooh, look at the cheese coming out of there. That's what the splattering is right there, is some of the cheese. And now I'm going to put in another one, because there's 3 in our family. So while those are cooking, that one's cooking, I should say, I'm going to go over here and I am going to get my plate and get ready to plate this, because my husband just got home from work today and we're ready, ramping up for a 3-day weekend. And I got some pizza sauce. It's a squeeze bottle, which is kind of nice, but you can put it in a dish. And I've got this one ready to go for you. Put that on the bun. Look at that. That is a meal in itself. And I know he likes pizza sauce, so I'm going to add some more pizza sauce to the top. And I'm going to put a bun. That's why I said buy some nice big buns, because that is delicious. Aaron, you want to hand me another serrated knife in the drawer there? I'm going to cut it in half so they can see this. He doesn't care. That's a big sandwich. Nice, crispy. That panko on the outside. Lots of flavor. Look at this. Look at this. Aaron, can you get that? As I'm cutting it, look at the cheese. Look at that. That has got 2 slices of provolone cheese in it. And I'm telling you what, I'm going to put that on mine. Or maybe that's yours, Aaron. And look at this. That is a pizza burger. Like we grew up. Look at the cheese just keep coming out of that. But it wasn't on the outside. That's all on the inside. Thank you for stopping by Gina's Kitchen. And I hope you try these this holiday weekend. Fast and easy.